Hello, is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So, why we did prefix and suffix? We didn't hear last one. I guess.
Wait
It's
one minute.
not recorded also, yeah.
Yes, hello. Hello, Jyoti. What are you saying?
Oh, yeah, I'm saying like I think you used this bean, but we didn't. This was that time. It's not recorded and something like I don't know. It's recorded or not? I mean, last one, whatever you were
Actually, I
saying.
have already started recording. Here, you can see this.
No, no, last. I mean, you did na. I mean, this prefix and
In
suffix.
first meeting, that has
This
recorded.
is the second meeting, I guess.
Okay. The
Yeah,
second meeting has not
yeah, not
recording
recorded.
of that second meeting.
Yes, it's not.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, we will try to explain again these things. Okay.
Okay, okay, no problem. Thank you.
Okay. So here, first of all, we will send the request from this page. And suppose we want to access this home page. Okay. And this is a URL of the home page. Okay. That will reach at web.xml. Here, this is servlet class name, and the servlet name is Spring. We have already created XML file. Here, all type of mapping exists in this page. Here, this is a controller class, and this is the controller class package. And here, this is the internal resource variable. It will show display your page on your web browser. Okay. So, first of all, values transfer from here, control transfer from here, and it will search the studio class object. Okay, so I have declared controller class in com.group. So it will get the object of the control class here in com.group package. Okay, and here we have a API or service method. It will return here. I'm using home. So when we will click on home page, then it will call this. It will execute this method and return the file name home page. Only name. It have not location where that is file is located and what is the extension of this file. Okay. So it
Okay.
return again reached at servlet spring servlet, and spring servlet specify here the path of that page and the extension of that page. Okay. So Spring provide as a predefined class name is external resource view resolver. This class have two properties, prefix and suffix. Through the prefix, we have declared the path of home page file. And through the suffix, we have declared the extension of that file. Okay. After that, we are going to try to execute this example. Okay. So open your index.jsp, click run on server. Okay. Click on next. Here, remove all. We have a Spring MVC web configured. Click on finish. Click on OK.
Sir, do we run Maven also? Maven build?
This is yes. Currently, I'm working. The Maven is a project build tool. It
Uh-huh.
helps only the building the project,
Okay.
but we are executing this project through the server
To
because
this
this
server.
is a web server, a website, web app, and we
Okay.
are using servlet. And servlet, we can't execute servlet without the server.
Server
Okay,
without. Okay.
this is web application. Click on home page.
Mm.
Okay, welcome. You show the welcome. Okay, so this is the home page content. You can see this JSP file, home page. Okay, we can create anything like S3, user login,
Mm.
action, login. Okay, with this file. Okay, welcome. You would like any value, and we can pass any values from here. Okay, then click on login. Okay, it's showing first. I have not this page because we are transferring this value to login, and we have not any login page. So now we have not need to create a servlet. At the place of this, we will create the same method in controller class. Okay, like login. Okay, only is change the name of servlet. Okay, now here, if we want to get the values, okay, so how to get the values? So for this purpose, we can use here HTTP servlet request. Okay, I think you have remembered we also use HTTP servlet request in servlet. And now here, we can receive these values. Request dot get parameter, and we can specify here uname, and it will be in a string format. So we will save in a variable just like this. The string PSS is equal to request dot get parameter, and we specify here variable name. Here you can see uname and uname PWD is already declared here in page uname and PWD. So through this variable name, we can get the values here. Okay, with the help of request. After that, we can show these values on the. If you want to perform any operation, these values, you can do this. Okay, suppose we want to print these values on the page. So for this purpose, I'm going to create a string. Okay,
Okay,
and
so that means-
string. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hello?
So, so this is the API, right? We are
Yes, yes,
creating APIs.
yes, yes.
Mapping, it's a API. Okay. So APIs is like that REST API, and what kind of API it is?
No, no, no. This is a user-defined API.
User defined API.
This is a second API. This is the first API.
Okay. So whenever we are creating APIs, we have to create under mapping, right?
Yes,
And HTTP, that REST also REST APIs, and then another API.
yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
That is another thing. That is a predefined REST API is another controller for REST application, REST web service. That is a web
Yeah,
service. You are telling about web services. But currently, I'm using only Spring Framework.
Spring.
Okay, here we can create you can call this is the API, or you can also call this is a service method. It's work like just as a servlet.
Okay.
Okay, so here suppose we want to show this message. So welcome plus USA plus here password. Yes. Okay, and suppose we want to show this message on the web page. Okay, so for this purpose, we can create another page. Like suppose display. And suppose we want to show this message on the display page. So we have need of display page. Click create a display.js file in JSP folder. I'm going to create a file, display file, JSP, click on JSP, click on next and display. Click on next and finish. Okay. And I want to show that that values. So here, how to send that values? Actually, there is a problem with this. How to send these values to this page? For this purpose, we have a X interface name is model. Model is the interface, and internally session is working there. Okay, so we can add m dot add attribute. Suppose we are declare a variable name is MSG and sorry, suppose text and value is MSC. I want to show that. I want to show here. I save this message in model interface. And model internally it works like as a HTTP session. So actually I save these values in session. So for this purpose, I use a interface, maybe it's model, and model have a method add attributes. Here we declare a variable name that is a text and MSG have value. Okay, so I declare this value, save this value with a variable name is text. Okay, suppose here I declare that text. Okay, and it will call this file. For this purpose, I declare this, and here dollar, and this is called expression language. So we will use this, and I am trying to show the value of text here. Okay, can pass anything. Click on login, dollar text. So actually, we want to show the actual values of text. So for this purpose, again, I'm going to here and add a directive that is called page directive. At the time of JSP, we learned that it is a page, and here there is an option here IL. This is the expression line. EL expression. This is the expression line. Okay, so is EL ignored? Okay, so it will be ignored and print the values. So for this purpose, again, I'm trying to print the value of this. You can see this is a actual values. Okay, so here, suppose you can pass any values, like, like you can log it, you can see this. It's working. So this is a Spring Servlet web MVC. So we can pass the value with the help of JSP phase, and to the controller, we can access that values and show on the screen. Okay, these are the user defined service method, or you can say API, you can say a normal methods. So that is it. These methods work like as a servlet. We can perform all things like as a servlet. So if suppose we want to perform differently, 100 functionality in your website. So we have not need to create 100 servlet. At the place of this, we will create 100 method in a controller class, and each method will perform a separate operation. Okay, so now I'm going to share this example. Please check it and try to create same examples. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
okay. Any doubt, any queries?
Are we going to learn REST APIs also? I mean, I have
Yes,
not.
yes,
Yes?
yes.
Okay. So REST and just REST or
Actually, we will create a REST API with Spring Boot.
okay, yes, yes.
Okay. And at
It's
the place of this controller,
mm-hmm.
this is here, there we are using controller annotation. So at
Okay,
the place of this controller annotation, we use REST controller for REST API.
okay, 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 got
And Spring Boot by default work use REST API. So
okay,
we will use REST API in Spring Boot.
okay. So one more question. So whenever we are running boot, we need to update Maven repository and then serverlet. What is that? APIs in POM file, right? We need to update our POM file.
Form files?
If POM files, we need to update whenever we are creating any Java project. Is it? I mean, like if we are running with Maven build, so do we need to update that Maven repository and then the other thing also that API one? Servlet API. Do we
No,
need to
no.
update?
If we are using a Spring framework,
Okay.
okay.
Uh-huh.
So, first of all, we will add two dependencies.
Okay. Two dependencies. Form file
First
and
is
form.
Spring MVC, and second is
Okay.
Servlet API. With the
Sir.
Servlet API is a compiler of Tomcat, Apache Tom,
Oh,
because we are using Apache Tomcat server. Without this API, we cannot, this dependency, we cannot connect with Tomcat. Okay, that's the
oh,
compiler of Tomcat.
okay, got it. Web
So once we
MVC
add
and
this
web.
dependency, after that you can use. If you are using,
Oh,
suppose you are using Spring Boot. So Spring Boot, we have
mhm.
not need to, the server is inbuilt in the Spring Boot application. So we have not need to add the any server in Spring Boot application.
Okay.
Okay. So at
We
that time
we
we have not need to add the dependency of Servlet API
okay.
in Spring Boot, because a server is already inbuilt in Spring Boot
Oh,
application. But this is the
oh.
Spring framework. Currently, I'm using a
Only in.
Maven, and
Uh-huh.
using the Spring framework. So here we will add Spring MVC and Servlet API dependencies.
Okay. And what if we are using Eclipse and then other IDE?
Sorry.
If we are using some other IDE for our Java project, then also we need to update these things.
Yes, if you are using any other ID, then in
Uh-huh.
case you will add these dependencies.
Oh,
But
okay.
mostly companies prefer Eclipse.
Yeah, Eclipse. Okay.
Okay. And
So there also.
this is also Eclipse. Only you can say this is extension of Eclipse.
Mhm.
Okay, so you can use STS or Eclipse, anyone. No problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Most welcome. Any doubt, any queries?
No, I'm good.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all.